Mr. Aloisio Lekulo, the Chief Sergeant at Arms. When he joined us, we had a leadership lacuna in the Sergeant at Arms fraternity. And when he joined us, he was able to bridge the gap. He brought us together as a team. We were able to move forward as a force. He was able to train the staff who are new in the system. Mr. Lekulo was able to bring unity amongst the Sergeant at Arms and the other faculties. And I want to say this, that Mr. Aloisio Lekulo had a good working relationship with the members, the staff, and even the members of the public. I want to retaliate by saying he is a resilient officer, committed with duty, and he was able to grow the Sergeant at Arms to two departments, especially when we were going through the transition period in the year 2013. He was able to grow us to the Senate and also grow security in the National Assembly. So he's a backbone in the fraternity. And Mr. Aloisio Lekulo, as he retires, I want to say he's a friend. I worked with him, we supported him, and we grew the Sergeant at Arms from a low level to now a directorate. I owe this to Mr. Lekulo, a strong man in the fraternity, and we wish him the best as he retires.
It's a unique opportunity to actually speak about my colleague Aloisio Lekulo, the Chief Sergeant at Arms, who I have worked with for the last 20 years actually. He joined the service in 2004 and I joined the service in 2003, so virtually almost the same time. Mr. Lekulo has been this very calm individual, a uniting factor, a fatherly figure, a gentleman. I have worked with him by necessity. In fact, the Directorate of Legislative and Procedural Services are conjoined or Siamese twins with the Sergeant at Arms Department, and we have had a very good working relationship. We still do. Our colleagues in the Sergeant at Arms work in the chamber. The clerks at the table work in the chamber. And we have had this unique synergy where when there is an issue, we are always able to work together to ensure that there is a decorum, there is peace in the plenary, and the work of the plenary is well coordinated. Information sharing, supporting the legislators in the plenary, supporting the leadership of the House, and it's been very good working with Mr. Lekulo.
Mr. Lekulo, Chief Sergeant at Arms National Assembly, has been a father and a mentor. Having worked with Mr. Lekulo for the last 17 years since I joined Parliament, he has taught us very many things. Since when we were employed until now at the level we are, it's through his guidance. I wish him good health as he goes to retire after working for Kenya for many years.
As we bid farewell to our boss, our beloved boss, the Chief Sergeant at Arms of the National Assembly, I take this opportunity to offer my appreciation and gratitude, having served with him for the last 21 years. His passion to work has earned him respect. His dedication to the department has earned us a lot of respect, and his rare quality of balancing professionalism, empathy, and compassion has earned him admiration from all of us all. Sir, as you begin this new chapter, do take pride that your lessons have left a lasting impact in our lives and all those lives that you have touched. We will dearly miss you.
At this point, I would wish to acknowledge Mr. Aloisio Lekulo after his 21 years of service to the National Assembly and to Parliament. I'd wish him all the best. I really have interacted with him a lot, especially in my protocol work in Parliament. He's such an amiable, diplomatic gentleman, but at the same time firm and serious with his work. A number of times he's really given us great advice, having served longer than us in the service, how he's even been able to handle the dynamics of handling leaders, right from the Second Republic of Kenya, that is the Nyayo era, coming to Parliament. We've really learned a lot from him, and we wish him really happy retirement. He's a gentleman who is retiring with a lot of contentment, joy. Every time you see him, Lekulo has been a source of relief. Even when matters are serious, he's always somebody who encourages you and really assures you that things are going to turn out well. What I would advise anybody who has interacted with him and what we can learn from him is that job doesn't have to be stressful. We can farm, we can be serious, at the same time we are relaxed. Thank you. Happy retirement, Mzee Lekulo.
He's my very good friend. We have worked in many conferences, in many committees, and can I tell you for sure, he's a gentleman who knows his work very well and who has learned the directorate of Sergeant at Wells and the officers who are below him. We will miss him now that he is going on retirement. But I wish him all the best.
I have had the privilege of working together with the outgoing Chief Sergeant at Arms, Mr. Aloisio Lekulo. Our collaboration has majorly been marked by professionalism, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to ensure that the institution of Parliament functions seamlessly. As you are aware, the Office of the Sergeant at Arms and the Media Relations Department work very closely in matters media access and coverage. And Mr. Lekulo has had a very good working relationship with our department over the years. For me, what stood out most was Mr. Lekulo's ability to appreciate challenges on the both sides and to always find a middle ground. Often in situations where many would have expected friction, his calm demeanor, clarity of judgment, and openness to dialogue ensured that both teams, both the Sergeant at Arms and the Media Relations Department, executed their duties efficiently. As Mr. Lekulo embarks on his new chapter of retirement, I extend my sincere appreciation for his guidance and cordial working relationship over the years, and I wish him a fulfilling, peaceful and rewarding retirement.
We've learned so many things. We've learned that you have to be resilient. Through the work that you are doing, you have to maintain character, you have to maintain your work ethics. That is what he used to tell us, that let's all work together and let's be a brother's keeper. That's what he used to tell us. And we maintain the same spirit as we work through until when we had the 2010 Constitution, when we had now the two houses. For the years that we worked with him, I have learned that you have to be resilient in your work. You have to be focused, and you have to maintain friendship and good bonds with your colleagues. I would also want to remember that he used to tell us that as we are as colleagues, these fingers are not the same. As you can see, these fingers, there is a bigger one, a smaller one, the middle one is taller than the next finger. So he used to tell us all these fingers are not equal, and let's not equalize ourselves to each of us. Let's work together and also be contented with what you have.
One thing I learned about the director is that he really encouraged us to go back to school, especially the new officers, and it's been 3 years and most of us have graduated with diploma, others with bachelors and others with the masters. The other thing I remember about Chief Lekulo is that he really encouraged open door policy, whereby we could go into his office and seek assistance and guidance at any given time. Another thing about Director Lekulo is that he really encouraged us to celebrate every win. When it comes to graduation, retirement, when a colleague is getting married, Chief Lekulo really encouraged us to be with the colleague. Even during low moments, burials, someone losing a loved one, Chief Lekulo was there for us. And as you retire, Bwana Director, I wish you nothing but the very best. May you rest, may you do everything and anything that you did when you postponed during while you were building your professional career. And I will say this Maasai words to you. Mataya mana enkai ashe oleng. God bless you.
We started the service to Parliament of the Republic at a time when Sergeant-at-Arms function was an outfit that was not what we see today, and that is rising from the vision of Mr. Lekulo to make Sergeant-at-Arms a professional outfit, a well-grounded function of the house that provides quality service consistently, effectively, and with efficiency that is required of a regimented outfit of a parliament. And part of the work that we've done with Lekulo that is significant is working towards transforming Sergeant-at-Arms into a directorate with, of course, the assistance of the two clerks of the two houses. And his vision was to ensure that Sergeant-at-Arms is visible, is present, and always at service to the members of Parliament. And he did it in a very subtle way, in a manner that exhibits expertise in parliamentary service and drawing his experience from civil service, having served in the provincial administration prior to joining Parliament. And he did this with grace, he did this with humility, and he did it in a manner that he doesn't ruffle feathers with anybody. And his leadership style was in a manner that influences each and every person that comes around him, particularly staff that works with him and us that works in the Senate, to be able to move Sergeant-at-Arms to the current outfit that it is today, a professional arms of Parliament of the Republic of Kenya. And this effort was not done as for an individual gain, but for posterity. And in his manner of quiet authoritative leadership provided an opportunity for us to draw from his experience, to draw from his humility, to draw from his ability to influence, and also reaching out to other agencies to be able to tap the skills that could be able to help, the skills and knowledge that could be able to help Parliament provide a safe and secure environment for members of Parliament to execute their constitutional mandate. And that is, in a nutshell, what we've drawn from the experience of Lekulo in his vision of transforming Sergeant-at-Arms to be a professional outfit of staffers that are available, they are consistent in what they do, and they are always providing quality service and individualizing to every member, because every member has its different needs, and also focusing to the vision and mission of parliamentary service.
His background of having worked in provincial administration really helped him in articulating matters. Anytime he is faced with a task or a problem, he has a way of analyzing. So in analysis, he's very good and making quick decisions. He's very fast, and he gets very involved in any matter that touches on a member of Parliament. So anything that touches a member of Parliament for Mr. Lekulo, it doesn't matter what time, he will spring into action in making decisions that have always been key in making the security and safety for members being assured. In life, there is always a beginning and an end. So my advice is that his life in public service comes to an end. We have deprived him a lot of time with the family. Most of the time, in fact, he was working in Parliament and in public service, so he had little time with the family. Now, as he goes on retirement, I advise him to go now, settle down with the family, become a loving father to the wife, to become a loving husband to the wife, and a loving father to the sons and children that he has. So let him go back to the family, concentrate and start all over again. It's a door that is open for him to start another life in retirement. So spend more time with the family, spend more time with older friends. When you go back to Samburu land, you pick your old friends and start afresh. It's a new life that you are being welcomed into, and I know he has the tools and the capabilities of handling and managing that.
As Mr. Lekulo goes on retirement today, I can confirm that we have over 30 graduates out of the 37 sergeant at arms that we have. All this because when Mr. Lekulo noted that there was a deficit in terms of capacity, he went and encouraged those who are within the directorate to take up courses in various fields. Most of them went to do diploma courses, some went to do degree courses, and some have even reached to do masters, and others are now even have a PhD, all courtesy of Mr. Lekulo. And as he leaves now, he has left a sergeant at arms which has high capacity and which is now professional enough and ready to serve the members of Parliament of the National Assembly. 60 is just a number that was given by the government that when you reach you must retire. But he can still do several leadership roles in the government. Coming from one of the smallest communities, that's the Aloisio community, and being the topmost leader in government from the Aloisio community, would wish that the government will consider giving him a role to continue playing a role in public service, and we have several roles which he can play in public service that he can give his rich experience in administration and in the leadership of the sergeant at arms in the National Assembly that will make the lives of other Kenyans move forward. Otherwise, personally, I wish him and his family Godspeed. I wish him well, and I wish him well in his endeavors as he proceeds on the next journey of retirement.
For him, what we have learned from him, it's that focus is very key. He will always tell officers to focus. Even if you are in the chamber alone, focus, see what is happening in the chamber or in the environment. Before the house starts, what have you heard? I remember his words, what have you heard? Can you bring even a single information that you have heard? Then he will finish by saying, chungeni chamber, chungeni mess. Those were some of the key words I picked. The other thing is about resilience. Anything, I used to call him and say, there is a board of management meeting tomorrow morning, and maybe it passed him, the circular came when he was not there. But he will never tell you that I'll not be coming. And by the time the meeting is starting, he's there. Even if you provoke him, he was very resilient. He can even take time to make any decision, because he says, if you make a decision in a hurry, you can ruin a life, and that life not necessarily yours, for the person who depends on you. So those are things I pick from him. Then lastly, it's trust. It's trust. I picked from him that trust is very key, very paramount in anything you do. When you are working as a team, can you trust others for their work they are doing? If you tell them this is what is supposed to be done, yours is to guide them so that they have that space, and also they can be in a very relaxed way of doing things, knowing that there is trust in it. And those are the three things I picked from him as key in teamwork.